Dear learners, welcome back to LMTI Maven Learning Series number 8. So in today's topic, we are going to discuss about the Maven profile. For better understanding, so please have the look of my previous session, so that you will get to know how to implement this profile in the pom.xml. So what is the need of the profile? Like everyone are using the social network, right? So in a social network, so we will be having either one profile or two profile. So how you log into the specific profile in the sense by providing the username. So whatever the username you are provided, so based upon the username or the password, so it will be navigating to the respective profile. So in similar way, like here we are going to create a multiple profile. So the reason why we are going to create a multiple profile in the sense, so generally, so how we are executing the automation script in our local in the sense, we will be providing that specific tag and we will be updating the tag name in the appropriate runner file. So in a particular project, either we may have a single runner file or multiple runner file, or if you are using the testng, you can choose any one of the XML suite and you can trigger your execution. So here, as I am using the Cucumber framework, so here I'm having two runner. So one we call it as a feature runner and other we call it as a smoke runner. Here in the feature runner, I'm using the tag called as an at regression, whereas in the smoke runner, I'm using the tag called as an at smoke. So based upon the tag, so the relevant scenarios will be executing. So whenever we are executing the local, so we are changing the tag accordingly. But whenever we are running in the server, we should always have some static tag rather than the dynamic tag. So when we are using in the local, yes, we are good to go with the dynamic tags as per your need. So you can choose any of the tag from any of the scenarios and you can execute the specific scenario. But the real purpose of the automation is either to do the regression testing or to do the smoke testing. So in order to achieve that, in my framework, I'm having two runner and we can configure this runner. So whenever we need to run the smoke test, we can run the smoke test runner, and whenever we need to run the regression test, we can run the regression runner. And how we are going to achieve this in the sense with the help of the profile. So in the last session, we have seen, we have injected the plugin called as a Maven Surefire plugin, and in Maven Surefire plugin we have configured so which runner file we need to execute. So here, I'm going to create a profile, and how we are going to create the profile in the sense with the help of the tags called as an profiles. Okay, so generally, right, we will be creating multiple profiles, so that is why I'm adding the tag called as in profiles. So here I'm adding my first profile, and the first profile is going to be for running the regression test case. So how we have the id, so in similar way here I'm adding the id tag and I'm giving the id as a regression, and I'm going to amend all the required configuration inside this profile. So in similar way, I'm creating one more profile. So because we can add a multiple profile inside this profile tag, and similar way, I'm adding an ID. So here, this is for running the smoke test. So let the ID name be the smoke. So now this is the configuration we have done, right? I'm just copy pasting this, cutting this configuration, and I'm pasting inside the profile called as an regression. So here, our sure plugin will be pointed to the regression runner.java. In similar way, I'm copy pasting the same thing inside this smoke id. So where I'm just changing the runner, so let it be of an smoke runner. And how we are going to execute this specific runner depend upon our need in the sense, so only with the help of the profile. So we need to choose which profile we need to execute, and post that it will do the compile operation, post by it will execute the respective class file. So how we can do in the sense like we are having some specific commands. So like the shortcut of Maven, we call it as a Maven. And in order to run the test, so we used to use the goal called as a test. And apart from that, like we are going to configure few other goal. So we should add a space followed by the hyphen, and we should use the notation called as an P. So the P indicates it's a profile. Okay, so where we are going to choose the profile. So if I need to run the regression, I can say like regression. So whatever the ID which you have mentioned in the pom.xml, so you should specify that respective ID. So when we say regression, it will pick this feature runner. So when we say smoke, so it will pick this like a smoke runner. Okay, so now where we are going to execute in the sense, as usual in the command prompt, I have already told you how to open the command prompt. So like you need to navigate to this project workspace. So just a right click and just click on opening and click on the explorer. Okay, and then open the specific project. So just click over the project name and type cmd. The command prompt will be opening up. So where we need to inject the command, so I'm using the command, we are going to execute the Maven. So I'm just using the command called as a Maven. In order to run the test, so we should use the test goal, and here we are going to specify the profile, and I'm just using the hyphen p, and then like I'm just going to mention the profile name. So whatever the profile name we have configured, so I'm just going to give the specific profile name. So let the profile name be the regression, and if I click on the enter, so what happened, so it will pick the feature runner. So the reason is like we are running the specific profile, or from the console itself you can able to see. So initially it is compiling the code, so the test compile is occurring, and then it is picking up the feature runner, and it will run the feature runner. Okay, so whatever the coding which is available in the feature runner, so it will execute that specific test. Okay, in similar way, so if I need to run the smoke runner, so like what we can do, so we can type the same command. So mvn space, and then like we can use the test command, so followed by space of p, and we should use the profile called as in smoke. So if you use the smoke, now what happened, so it will execute the smoke test runner. So here initially it is compiling the code, and then you could see it is running the smoke runner. So it will execute the smoke runner, and whatever the tag which is available, so it will pick and it will execute the test. Okay, so in similar way, when I say feature runner, so whatever the tag we have mentioned, so it will execute the specific tag. Okay, so if I have updated the correct tag name, so probably like when we executed this regression as well, the test may invoked, but I have updated the tag incorrectly, so that is why the invocation has been not occurred. Okay, so likewise we can have the multiple runner file in our project, and we are going to configure the needed runner file with the help of the profile. So generally in our project we will be having the multiple profile, and we will be configuring the profile with the help of the command called as an maven test followed by hyphen p, and we need to give the profile name. So based upon the profile name, so it will do the compile, it will compile the source code and post it, like the maven surefire plugin will trigger the execution. And we inside the surefire plugin we have done the configuration, so which class file we need to include. So here we are including the smoke test runner, whereas in the above case like we are including the feature test runner. Okay, so and we may use this same command in the CI/CD tools like Jenkins to trigger the smoke test, or to trigger the like regression test. So like pretty much like what we are doing in the sense, we are creating the test suite. So test suite is nothing but we are going to execute the group of test case. So in order to create the test suite, like we may need the help of the profile, and this is how like we will be configuring the profile in the pom.xml file. Okay, so this is the standard structure, so which is followed inside all of the project, so that like it can be easily integrated with the CI/CD tool. And reason why we are using Maven in the sense, so because like the first point we can say, so the Maven is having the public repo, so which can be accessed by anyone to get the dependency. And next thing is like, so it is maintaining the proper folder structure, so we can say, so it is having the common structure, so the universal structure, so we can segregate like what is the need of each and every folder. Another main thing is like, so it has the flexibility to, okay, so integrate with the CI tools, so which is nothing but we can call it as of an Jenkins or Bamboo, etc. So that is the main thing, like we are using this Maven. Another thing is like, so here in the Maven, like we are having the plugin, and the plugin is used for the test framework execution. So with the help of the plugin, so we are triggering the execution, so which is nothing but we are specifically using the Maven Surefire plugin, and under which we are running the goal called as an Maven test. Okay, so hope like you got the better overview about the Maven, and if you have any other doubts, so please address your doubts in the comment section, so I will be reverting back to the same. So thanks for watching this video and keep learning.